call the meeting to order.
Father in heaven, thank you so much for this great day, and thank you for our community. Lord, we thank you for your grace and your leadership. And Lord, we just pray that you be us all here tonight. Help us work together and make the best decisions. And Lord, we thank you and we love you so much. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Mr. Anderson. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Lyndall Bedford.
Here.
Laura Wagner.
Here.
Mayor Tom Krzyzewski.
Here.
Tony Stevenson.
Here.
Murray Anderson.
Here.
All present.
I see we've got a half full house, that's good. More the merrier. Appreciate y'all coming. For the consent agenda, I believe we have some
Yeah,
change.
I need to amend the agenda. Under old business, I need to add, we need to discuss the Chamber of Commerce. And then we also need some clarification on some CDs regarding the pool.
We need a motion on the consent, the adjusted consent agenda, amended consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended consent agenda.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, Lyndall?
Aye.
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 Okay, let's go first with bill ordinance amending the City Code of Ordinances, Chapter 69, Utilities, second reading. This is the second reading from what we did, how did it read there? The late fees, 10% late fees.
You want me to read it?
Yes, if you would, please.
Bill 1360, ordinance 1732, an ordinance amending the city code of ordinances for the city of Mountain View. Whereas the late fee charged on the city of Mountain View utility bills is much less than most surrounding towns. And whereas said late fee is not enough to deter citizens from paying utility bills late. And whereas the city of Mountain View currently has a large number of utility bills which are paid late. And whereas the city council has determined it be beneficial to the city to deter utility bills being paid late. Therefore, the city council has determined that there is a need to amend the city code of ordinances for the city of Mountain View, Missouri. Be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen for the city of Mountain View, Missouri, and Chapter 69 of the city code of ordinances to be amended as follows. Chapter 69, Utilities, Subchapter A, in general. Section 69.100, Billing Procedure. All users shall be billed monthly. Payments are due when billings are made. Any payment not received by the 15th of the month shall be delinquent. All delinquent bills shall be subject to a late payment penalty equal to 10% of the total amount owed. If any bill continues to go unpaid after 4:30 p.m. the business day before the shut-off date listed on the utility bills, the service to that account will be subject to disconnection. A $30 reconnect fee shall be assessed after all disconnections. Second reading.
We have a motion.
Make a motion to accept bill number 1360, ordinance 1732.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Does that take effect on this bill or the
The
next one?
one that will be printed at the end of the month,
Okay.
that's due in April.
Okay, great.
And then we'll get all new signage, if you guys pass it, for both doors. And then, I thought I would put something in the paper also. And then we'll put something on Facebook just to try to make sure the word is out there, assuming you pass it.
And at the same time, we were doing away with the warning notice.
Correct. That's, yes.
Roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Motion passes. Commissioner, if you care to comment on the chamber business.
I just remember stating that whenever we were going through everything with the chamber, that we had requested that they would be present each month and to just give us a rundown, a little update of what they're doing, and they're not here. So I want to make sure that, that they know that I do want them to be present at a city council meeting and to give us an update.
Well, I'm a chamber board member. Do you need me to give you an update?
That would work, just,
Okay.
yeah, that was all I wanted, was just, you know, so we could all kind of stay on the same page and it'd be perfect.
Savior.
Right? All right, so, as far as the chamber board goes, we have hired a director. Tabitha has been doing a great job. Hopefully you guys have seen her work on Facebook and getting out with businesses, so I feel like we're making good progress on that front. I believe Thursday, Carla and I think Cricket is coming with community betterment. They're going to be moving some things like around in storage and the offices to try to help that move take place. We had a chamber luncheon today. It was great. What else would you like to know?
Yeah, you did.
I almost called you whenever you weren't there because I heard you talking to Shannon about it.
So was there anything else you had a question on? Or
No, just, I mean, anything
Any
like in the
requests?
works, or, yeah, anything you need from us, or?
Not that I know of. I talked to Tabitha today, the director, and she is planning a vendor festival, April 7th and 8th. And I believe that's almost full. That'll be at the community center. There is also going to be, let me make sure I say it right. I'm going to call it a Saturday stroll, which is probably not the
That is.
correct terminology.
I think that's
but
what she called it.
yeah, so it's like the second Saturday of every month. We're implementing a incentive to try to get businesses to stay open, to give people a reason to linger in town, whether they're providing a sale, a discount, an incentive, and then the chamber is also trying to provide something to kind of just help people realize that we have a lot available here in Mountain View. We want them to stop and try here first before they go on somewhere else. So that starts this in April as well. What else do we have going on? We are helping
One
with the Mercy.
Saturday a month, you said?
It's one Saturday a month, yeah. It takes a while to create a habit or create a routine.
Maybe we could talk to some restaurants in the stadium.
Yes, and I know Tabitha, the director, has been in contact with a lot of different businesses. Some businesses aren't open on Saturday, but they still want to participate. And so they are offering like incentives or giveaways basically for people to go in. She's creating I'm going to call it a punch card, but basically it's a way to kind of recognize what businesses you've went to, and then you can kind of earn, like the citizens can kind of earn a reward or a prize based on how many they go visit. So I don't have all the details on that. She would be a better contact on that, but that's going. I don't know, anything else?
That's perfect, like, no, that's all, yeah, that's all I want,
Oh,
just, you know, something, and plus it'll help, you know, you guys get the word out too, because, you know, it airs and everything, so.
Yeah. And then we try to schedule at least one ribbon cutting to follow each luncheon. I mean, if there's a business that has opened recently. So like today, we went to Coming Up Roses after the luncheon, and they gave us a tour and had a photo. And so just kind of getting back on track with the things that the chamber would normally do. So she's hit the ground running.
Yes, she's doing a good job.
Yeah,
She's doing a good job.
she really is.
Fantastic, thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Go insurance lady.
Okay, I wanted to get a vote from you guys just to clarify the CDs for the pool, so to make sure that we don't have any bottlenecks at the bank, because we need to get the pool guys paid up. They're really coming along on the pool. I mean, they're just insanely doing good. I don't know if anyone has been out there lately. It's almost a completely brand new pool already in the ground. And it's not finished, but it's getting there real quick. I was out there the other day, see, I can prove it. Okay, I'm clumsy, what can I say? But they had a total of 42 men out there working, the contractors did, to blow all the new walls and floors in that pool. It was fantastic. So anyway, so we want to get these CDs cashed, and somehow we've got to clarify and make sure that you guys are in line with us cashing them in this time to pay that bill. And I don't have a total of those two CDs, but they were set aside for the pool, 100,
I'm gonna say one's like 125 and one, yeah, it was just a few thousand under the
yeah,
250.
like 125 and 130
Yeah, I
that
believe
we
it.
had at the bank. So I just need a motion to
And they're
Go
a West
ahead.
Plains bank.
authorizing us to cash them in for the pool payment.
I'll make a motion to authorize the mayor for cashing in the 2 CDs required to finish payment for the pool.
You have a second?
Get that? Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Further discussion? Vote.
Aye.
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 Motion passes. Okay, I believe that's all the old business that we have. New business. First one on the list, concerned citizen Terry Gunter would like to speak to the council. He requested to speak to the council.
Before I get on it, I'd like to thank you for letting me come speak to you. I'm gonna send some pictures down through here. This is mainly my subject. That's up here by the post office.
Okay.
It's a bad safety hazard. This here's over on, I believe, First Street. If you drive more than 5 on there, you're gonna knock the front end out of your car. This is out by Sonic, which I spoke to the manager at Richter Brothers, and he said them and the city split it by Sonic, fixing the road. And then these are from the pawn shop down to City Hall, where I was told today that the city had patched them roads, them spots out there.
Okay, Mr. Gunter, per your request, we have our 3 minutes.
That's fine.
Let her rip.
That's fine, I'll let it rip, and please don't interrupt, I've only got 3 minutes. But, you guys get a tax every month for these roads. The roads are horrible in town. The cleanliness of this town is horrible. I moved over here 24 years ago from Willow, and it was like this town. And I got away from it, and why I chose Mountain View is because it was a clean, pretty neat town. Now Willow's clean, pretty neat town. We're getting close to Birch Street in cleanliness. And our roads, I mean, come on, you guys get money to fix our roads. It's time to get our roads fixed. Because if somebody knocks their front end out, you guys not fixing the road, the city's gonna let them fix their cars. As long as they're doing the speed limit, you can do 25 mile an hour, 20, 25. You hit some of these chuddos, you're gonna lose a log truck. And over there by Sonic, the last time they patched it, it's all sunk in where they didn't put nothing underneath it. They gotta clean these holes out, they gotta put oil on them, and then put that packing. They can't just throw the packing on top of it. But that's all I'm saying as a concerned citizen is, come on guys, let's clean this town. I like living here. But it has got, you can't come in from Signal without seeing a junkyard on the left. Jim Heads. You can't come down out by Leonard's without coming into town that way without seeing a junkyard. And then you go down by the Chinese restaurant, and in the summer the grass is head high. Guys, we're better than that. Our town's better than that. There is something you can do as a committee. I know you're gonna say there's not, but there is, because other towns have done it, to enforce these things. Make people clean their stuff up. Take pride in our town. That's what you're representing us for. We're not all worried about the pool, the golf course. There's people who live here that actually want to see our roads fixed. And that's what I'm asking you to do. Come on, guys, spend some money on the roads. Clean up the town. Because we do got a good town here. And that's all I've got to say, and I appreciate you letting me speak to you.
What was that other property? You said Malone's and then the area by the Chinese restaurant? And then,
Yeah, it's owned by, I believe, Jeremy.
Yeah.
but what was the other one? There was a third one.
Leonard's across from,
Garbage.
I mean, if I get a car tore up and it's a piece of junk, I'm gonna get it out of my yard, I'm not gonna leave it there. I mean, there's gotta be something you can do that she needs to check and see what laws can be governed, and you guys set in and, you know, whatever you do, and say, hey, this is where we're gonna do it. You either do it, or the city will do it and bill you for it, and we'll pay it. And I thank you again.
We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, council to announce spring cleanup day, page 68, it'll be April 17th,
Yeah, that whole week.
April 17th through April 21st. Is there anything you want to add to this, talk about the spring cleanup?
We have to mirror basically the week that is chosen by West Plains, because that's where our stuff goes. So when they're set up for it is when we have to do it, so there's not a whole lot of time. It's just kind of an announcement, not really a vote, because we have to do it that week. But I have put a picture of that flyer on the Facebook page so that people know what they can set out. And I've also hung the flyer out in the lobby of City Hall, too, if someone wants to clarify.
And Dave took care of setting all that up ahead of time, right?
Yes, Dave Abbey does that with sanitation.
And then that's, I just know I've had people comment on it, the tree limbs and brush, that's gonna be the perfect opportunity for people, like, 'cause I know, I haven't gotten around to cleaning up my yard yet, I've got
There's a
several.
good chance they'll still be working on it whenever that time comes
Yeah.
around.
Okay,
That's an ongoing effort.
yeah.
Yes.
And what was the date again?
The week of April 17th.
17th through the 21st.
I believe you need any action from the board, it's just an announcement.
Yeah, just
It's a public announcement.
Now, Mrs. Laura Wagner to speak about the soccer field taking the place of Nathan due to conflicting.
I overbooked my husband, so I'll take my council hat off and come down. The rain Saturday throwing us off, so. My name is Laura Wagner, I'm with the Mountain View Soccer Association. This is just basically a courtesy heads up. We have named our soccer fields the Tovia Wallace Soccer Fields. I don't know if everyone is familiar with Tovia. An outstanding man. He got soccer in this town going. He was very involved with the swim team. I mean, anything youth sports, he was behind it. He was a driving force. Unfortunately, we lost Tovia a couple months ago, and we wanted to do something as an organization and as a city to honor him, because he did so much for this town as far as youth are concerned, and we just knew we could do this, and we wanted to do this for him. So this is just kind of a courtesy heads up. We haven't set a date yet. It's probably gonna be mid-April to the end of April. It's during our rec soccer season. We would love to have city council there, as many of the citizens we can have there. I will inform you, or Nathan will inform you, whenever we get an exact date set. We also had talked about, we would like to dive into potentially naming that street that's right behind, like by where the old main event used to be, and we potentially renaming that street in his name.
Do we have a name for it at this time?
I'm not sure.
There's a name on there.
He has that information, I do not, I apologize.
Yeah, but,
It's not Tom Frommel, it's
yeah.
just that little side one, but that's just, something
Well,
added, but, yeah. But like I said, this was just kind of a courtesy heads up. We wanted to invite you, hopefully you'll all be there, and hopefully you agree with us that, we should do this.
I agree 100%. All four of my kids were in soccer because Kobe was fantastic.
Yeah.
He knew how to work with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
The youth.
You want to put the sign on the actual building that's there?
We got our sponsorship board
Mhm.
on the back of we do have that up right now. We are gonna do some type of plaque, something, I think Nathan's working with you actually.
Well, yes and no.
Yeah.
But are we gonna put a big sign up that actually is attached to the building itself?
I don't know if it's gonna be attached to the building. I think we kind of wanted to do something like plaque, like beside our little concession stand building, but we want something to, not just, you know, a name, here's the soccer field, you know, like,
Just that
To
way- that
kinda
way you can
describe
see
what
it
he
when you
did.
drive up is what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
yeah. That was all.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Great.
We could look at something.
Okay, Jason Tabor, our wonderful fire chief, has got, let's see, something about a turnout gear donation and bids to purchase helmet lights.
Yes, the turnout gear, we have, as you know, through the county ARPA money, we've all got 2 sets of turnout gear coming. Everybody's got a usable set now, but we have quite a large stack of old stuff that had never gotten, it's all very well used, it's over 20 years old. Birch Tree has showed some interest in wanting some of it. The expected life of this stuff is like 7 years, and I think some of the newest things in the pile was from 2003. And so we were wondering if it was okay to donate that to Birch Tree. They have some firefighters came on and no gear to put them into, and they really showed some interest in having it.
Jason, first of all, it is our third set, like everyone has 2 sets now?
Yes. They will have when the new comes in,
Yeah,
yes.
so this is in addition to that, so, okay. Is there any legal ramifications, or do we have to sell it for $1?
Let me look into that because there are special rules about municipality to municipality. And I primarily just looked into, you know, the city giving something to other just individuals. So let me check into the rules for city to city.
Also, the bids to purchase helmet lights and right angle lights. You all had a paper that said we would like to do 20 of each. I think we're going to knock that down to like 17 each. There's 15 of us, gives us a couple extras for new people coming on. By knocking the amount down, we would also like to purchase batteries, rechargeable batteries and a charger. The total will be $29.50.43, where the old total was $29.79.60. So,
Okay, you're talking about both helmet light and right angle flashlight?
yes.
And
that
from
was-
which vendor?
The bid that we'd give you, I think both of them were coming from the fire store. We got a fresh quote today because we had that listed for some time. The fire store is still the cheapest on the helmet light, but Firemaster was a little cheaper on the right angle light now.
Oh, okay, is there an updated pricing that you don't have?
I have my sheet here, but I'm written all over it.
Well, you may have to tell me. Like,
So,
okay,
so combined.
for the fire store, the new 17 is going to be
Fire store, the unit price,
15,
if
29,
you knock the total down,
15, 29, 83.
and then the right angle lights, Firemaster has been at 11,415.
And you get the total.
That was 42.49 for batteries,
Oh, plus batteries.
143.96 for rechargeable, but that was, the first total was batteries for these. The second total is batteries, rechargeable batteries for these and charger. And then that's the grand total.
Charger is 130.
29.50.
3 chargers for
Two
130.
chargers.
Can I get those figures again for minutes?
Grand total.
Yes.
Once you decide.
Shannon, I'll
40.
print it all out for you.
Okay.
And this was,
Where is this money coming from?
the county ARPA. grant, part of the expenditures from that.
I don't see a problem. He's got his 3 bids, he's got what they want, they've got the money. I believe we just need an okay, or I don't know if we even need a motion to approve the purchase, maybe?
I mean, if it's all here, you might as well.
Yeah, we're here, so.
How much is left in your ARPA after this? Do you have a rough estimate?
No, we went in City Hall, this week and, I think she was supposed to be working on it.
Well, she's
But we're,
been cleaning up after last week, so I was just,
yeah,
I know we're getting close.
yeah,
okay, that's what I
We're just
thought too.
waiting, because the turnout here, like a lot of that stuff we ordered months ago,
Right.
has never got charged out because it's not got to us yet. So we had talked about it for like, we should be getting that invoice this week and then we'll be able to nail down like
be
to
able to
the
see if
dollar.
pricing has changed or not.
Yeah, because we just, some of that stuff has just not been invoiced, so. The boots and the turnout gear, I think we don't have invoices for, which is a large amount.
Yeah,
Is 17 going to be enough?
it should.
I mean, you're also talking about it's a hazardous type of job. You might have some destroyed, broken,
Yeah.
things along that nature.
There-
But if you're running 15 people, that only gives you 2 mistakes.
We're running 15 people, but not every one is in the line of fire, so to say.
Okay, no, I- I just want to make sure you don't short yourself as the
They do
main.
get damaged in use, but, matter of fact, the last structure fire we had a couple damaged. And that was about the last of what they had. But, they said we had a 4-man entry team, and they're the ones that really beat them up.
Streamline's pretty tough too.
The Streamline Survivor X is the ones that we've got on the bid there. They are specifically designed for heavy use, like internally. So they're designed for higher temperatures. The plastic won't melt. And so with the 17, like he said, we've only got 4 going in, so we will have multiple backups on that.
Good plan.
Thank you.
So we need a motion to,
Yes. Joe,
I'm just trying to think of a way to word it.
I'm gonna let you do it. How's that?
So I make a motion to approve Mr. Tabor to purchase the helmet lights and the right angle lights with ARPA funds
From?
from Howe County Commission? Or no, oh, I'm sorry,
Fire store.
from the fire store and fire district.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Lindo. Any further discussion? Vote, Lindo?
Aye.
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 Thank you for working on that, getting it together. Well, I would be happy to see that at the fires. Well, I'm not happy to see it at the fire, but that safety precaution, because I was there when there weren't any.
The helmet light has a flashing blue light at the back. I know you said when you were there, you lost our guys in the smoke. And so it gives another point of view from the back. Not only can they see, you can see them.
Thank you, sir. Keep up the good work. Okay, Bill 1363, an ordinance for the finances and records, page 70. Do you care to, now, do we need this to be just for one reading?
Well, all ordinances have to have 2%.
But do we need to rush and do both readings today?
If you don't want to start on budget, then you can postpone it.
No, we want to keep
I
going.
have to have it. Okay, so bill number 1363, ordinance 1735, this is the first reading. It's an ordinance amending the city code of ordinances for the city of Mountain View. Whereas the city council for the city of Mountain View, Missouri has determined it would be advantageous, did that on purpose to me, for the city, for the fiscal year to match the calendar year for the budgeting and auditing purposes. And whereas the city council has determined that there is a need to amend the city code of ordinances for the city of Mountain View, Missouri to alter the dates of the fiscal year. Be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen for the city of Mountain View, Missouri, and that Chapter 22 of the City Code of Ordinances be amended as follows. Chapter 22, Finances and Records, Subchapter A, Fiscal Year. Section 22.010, Fiscal Year. The fiscal year of this city shall begin on January 1st and end on December 31st of the next succeeding year.
Do we have a motion?
I make a motion that we accept bill number 1363, ordinance 1735 as read.
We have a second.
I'll second.
And we have any discussion?
So just to clarify, if you don't mind, so if this passes in 2 readings, this would mean that the new fiscal year, the budget that we're going to work on will be from July to December. And then we'll do this again in December, and that will be for the full year of next year, so January to December of next year. So it'd just be a partial one. So the auditor said they would call it like a 23B, basically, or 22B, 23B.
Basically, this will simplify all of our record keeping.
Yes, then
so-
everything will be on a calendar year along with the audits that we have to do for Merlin and a couple other places, so.
Streamline.
It aligns all of, that's what I brought up in October, I think it was, that it'll align all of our dates at the same time with all the places that will come through and inspect us.
Roll call vote.
Aye.
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 First reading is approved. Second.
Second reading, bill number 1363, ordinance 1735, an ordinance amending the city code of ordinances for the city of Mountain View. Whereas the city council for the city of Mountain View, Missouri has determined it would be advantageous for the fiscal year to match the calendar year for budgeting and auditing purposes. And whereas the city council has determined that there is a need to amend the city code of ordinances for the city of Mountain View, Missouri to alter the dates of the fiscal year, be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen and the city of Mountain View, Missouri, and Chapter 22 of the City Code of Ordinances be amended as follows. Chapter 22, Finances and Records. Subchapter A, Fiscal Year. Section 22.010, Fiscal Year. The fiscal year of this city shall begin on January 1st and end on December 31st of the next succeeding year. Second reading.
We have a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept bill number 1363, ordinance 1735.
And second.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Second reading passes. Okay, now bill number 3345, resolution 230314, providing an amendment to the 2021 fiscal budget for the city of Mountain View. For the auditor's advice.
Yes, so bill number 345, resolution number 23-03-14, a resolution providing for the amendment of the 2020-2021 fiscal year budget for the city of Mountain View. Whereas it has become necessary to amend the budget for the year ending June 30th, 2021 to provide authorization for payment of the city of Mountain View, Missouri's expenses in accordance to Chapter 67 RSMO, and whereas the city desires to amend the 2020-2021 fiscal year budget to match the revenues and expenditures for the year. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Aldermen of the city of Mountain View, Missouri to amend the budget for the year ending June 30th, 2021 to match the end-of-year final numbers for revenues and expenditures adopted by the Board of Aldermen of the city of Mountain View, Missouri, this 14th day of March, 2023.
We have a motion. So we can discuss it shortly.
I make a motion that we accept bill number 345, resolution 23-03-14.
We have a second.
I'll second.
And how about a little discussion?
So this was recommended by our new auditing firm. They just recommended that it get done because the year-end amendment had never been done to finish up this year back then. So we want to make sure that we're following the state statutes.
Okay, any further questions on the bill? Roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Vote on resolution number here?
He's on his way. He's on his way.
Oh, he's on his way. We can probably go ahead to the,
I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Write it down. Thank you. Should I give this back to you?
CDs.
Well, I'll punch it down.
We'll skip ahead until Kai gets here. There's no reason why we can't go ahead with the golf fees. I don't think he needs an explanation, does he?
I don't think so.
No. Just for your approval.
You have all that.
Yeah.
So,
You've all got a copy of the proposed.
okay, so let's move ahead to bill number 1361.
All right, so this is first reading of ordinance number 1733, bill number 1361, an ordinance amending chapter 26 Park Board of the City Code of Ordinances for the City of Mountain View, Missouri. Whereas the Board of Aldermen has determined there is a need to amend chapter 26 of the City Code of Ordinances for the City of Mountain View, Missouri. Be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen of the City of Mountain View, Missouri, the City Code of Ordinances is hereby amended, section 26.070.2 and section 26.070.6. It is municipal golf fees. There is the golf fees you guys will need to look at, the season passes, cart shed rental, cart rentals, tournament fees. I don't have to read all 4 pages, do I? Thank you.
No.
So this is the first reading.
You guys had a chance to see all the new rates.
We need a motion first.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the first reading of ordinance 1733, bill 1361.
Motion, do we have a second?
I'll make a second so we can discuss.
It's just how it's
We have a second, discussion.
Laura, second.
Yes.
Yes, Laura.
My first thought here is if we're changing the fiscal year for the budgeting for the city, why not change the fiscal year for the golf course as well to January 1st to December 31st?
As far as.
Like,
For the billing.
go back or start now and have it go through December?
Yeah, I would just prorate it for
I sort of say we'll have to
8
prorate.
months till December 31st, and everybody can pay it January 1st. We've already had several people ask that anyway.
Yes.
Just a thought.
I mean,
Well, we can approve it with that amendment in it.
yeah.
Is there any, I know we had talked about it at one time, is there anything for the city employees as far as getting a discount?
That, you guys built in with a different ordinance, yes.
Yeah, they get something.
They get golf for free, but they have to pay for the cart.
Yes.
Do we need that in here if we've got it?
No, it's in another.
It's in the
Okay.
separate one.
Yeah, we're not proposing any changes to that.
So, we try to amend it with the amendment that.
We're just discussing golf course rates.
Okay.
Well, Carla and I had
Here-
kind of talked about that. I had actually called her while I was typing that to figure out if that would need to change. And the year for the golf course never followed the city fiscal year anyway, so we didn't know if that was just based on like, golf times or what the,
Like beginning of season? I'm
Right.
assuming is what it
Yeah.
was.
Spring to-
because the
Yeah.
memberships I think start in, you said April, yeah. So it never
It's
followed
just
it.
always been that way.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got set that way.
So that's why I left it like that instead of changing it, because it didn't follow it already, and I don't know enough about golf to feel like I should change it,
Because if you get everybody to
so.
sign up, they're gonna be signing up in the spring.
In the
and I can
spring.
think about it in December. Yeah, I guess. You think it would work?
Oh, that's just a thought
Yeah.
to me.
I mean, I kind of like the streamlining and getting everything.
Ty, what they're talking about is going January 1st to December 31st, like they're going to do the budget. And that would, instead of collecting all, we would prorate it for the 9 months.
But if you started.
That's what my suggestion was.
If you started the January 1st, then if
Is that gonna hamper your amounts of people actually
Yeah,
coming
and then
through to buy them?
And if they sign up in April, then they're only signing up for 9 months.
But we
Prorated.
We
every year.
prorate it anyway.
So we're gonna lose 3 months every time.
I agree with what John's actually looking at. if you do it at the beginning of season,
They may not pay again until April 1st anyway,
Right.
which would cut us out of
right,
3 months of,
It wouldn't cut anybody out of it 3 months.
no, if you prorate it to December, they can wait
Just
until.
for,
if they wait till April 1st to renew their membership again, they're only going to want to pay for those next 9 months, not January, February,
If
March.
we have a new member come in like in July, they're just gonna pay for 6 months. It's gonna be prorated.
oh, if we change it to.
Yes, if you change it,
Right,
yes,
right. So if we leave it April to April, that's a full year regardless. We buy a full year.
because they're more apt to want to pay April 1st for 12 months
Right.
than
So we can.
pay in
if you
January when
do
they
it in-
can't play.
I never thought about that being,
Yeah.
if you,
Mhm.
in January,
You're not going to have a big member drive in January.
Right,
no.
So basically, we could leave it as read.
that's what I would recommend, yes.
Okay, any more further discussion? So we have motion and seconded to accept it. Roll call vote.
Right.
Aye.
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 Okay, the first reading passes. That's a.
And so will we wait till next month in April?
I would go ahead,
I think it needs
I
to
would go ahead and do the second
Finish, me
reading
too.
because the date effective is April the
Right,
1st.
Yes.
right, that way
And
we
our
can
next
start
meeting
collecting.
will be after that effective.
And we have
Okay.
people asking
That's what I
now,
was about
they
to
want to
ask. We
pay.
had 5 people today wanting to,
So second reading of ordinance 1733, bill number 1361. An ordinance amending chapter 26 park board of the city code of ordinances for the city of Mountain View, Missouri. Whereas the Board of Aldermen has determined there is a need to amend chapter 26 of the city code of ordinances for the city of Mountain View, Missouri. Be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen for the city of Mountain View, Missouri, the city code of ordinances is hereby amended, section 26.070.2 and section 26.070.6, and it is municipal golf fees, season passes, cart shed rent, cart rentals, tournament fees, and armed services discounts. And this would be the second reading.
We have a motion.
I make a motion to accept bill number 1361, ordinance 1733.
We have a second?
Oh, second.
Any further discussion? Then vote.
Aye.
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 Second reading passes. Okay, now we will revert back to the schedule for Ty Lewis, and your time is up.
I'll make it super fast. I am working on sponsorships of the tournament at the end of April. And I would like to be able to ask the businesses that are sponsoring, I would like to tell them that that money is going directly back into the golf course to upgrade, like the putting green this year, but just like to improve the course year after year, and use that as kind of our special projects budget. And so whatever money the golf course goes out and raises, that's the money that is used to, that one tournament, no, let me take it back. That will help, like there will be a project that tournament, that I can kind of like rally businesses around and say, this is what we're gonna do, sponsor this tournament, and we're gonna make the course better this way. And so I am asking for the permission to translate that to
Earmark everything.
To earmark that.
With,
this year. We have a goal. I have a goal. We have a goal of between $6,000 and $9,000 of raising that, and I would like to market the tournament to the members, to anybody who comes and plays, and say, this is what the tournament is going towards. It's going towards making this golf course a better golf course. And so,
My question is since we're pitching pennies with the city, if you do that and you put that towards the putting green or whatever you're gonna do that, the city's still gonna incur all the money that is, or the expenses to put this tournament on, right?
yes, yeah. And so, maybe a better way to ask it
Would you
is,
be ahead to do that, or would you be ahead to say, hey, we're going to do this to the golf course? Would you be ahead to do, instead of saying you're gonna take funds for a tournament, it's actually gonna help the city to pay for this tournament. And I know you're gonna, on the back end, you're gonna do something for the golf course, but it looks kind of sketchy to, would be my only concern.
the maximum amount of outage that the city is going to be for the day of the tournament, maximum, if we had, in 1 hour, you can put out, if you put them on 6-minute tee times, that's 10 foursomes go out. When you do all of that math, it's about $1,800 that the city is putting out, would be out to put that tournament on. What I think a way to communicate that would be the city council is I mean, it could be the city council's way of supporting the golf tournament and saying, the city council is supporting the golf tournament in the account of $1,500 by basically renting the golf course to us, to itself for the day to make the course better. Because that would be about that's how much money you can make if we had every tee time filled. Every tee time is not filled. So I would say that the city it would be about a $700 to between $300 and $700 is what that actual day would be of revenue. But it would be a good way to say, city's backing this by putting up $1,500.
Aren't we just putting up your budgeted money anyway?
Should be, yes. I agree
Yeah.
with where you're going. So
Yeah.
you're looking at just allocating between 7,000 and 9,000 of like sponsorships and for the thing towards a certain project? Is that what
Towards
the
a
thought is?
certain project.
Okay,
And
because-
what I'm trying to do is just try
Because in
to,
sponsorships, you should actually be bringing in more than that, even if you do whole sponsors type stuff. Okay, so I don't think for me, it's not my job to tell you how to do it because you are the expert for that area. I think that you're going about it the right way and you're including, and if you did, okay, look, you're gonna see differences that are coming because we're putting on more tournaments and stuff like that you don't need my permission as far as for you to go out and say. That's why you're in that position,
Yeah.
is where I'm looking at for that. But yeah, I think that your thinking and your mindset for that is going to generate more businesses that might put in for the marketing side and the advertising side and things like that too. So that will definitely help. And if it improves the course, brings in more people, businesses have more money that's towards marketing and things
well,
anyway.
the nicer that we start to make the course, the more people that are gonna come in.
And the
and so
more
then-
advertising dollars you get.
That's how I'm wanting to sell it to businesses,
There you go.
is I want to start a snowball, and right now I have a snowball that's just the
No
size of.
snow.
What?
We have no snow.
I'm working on building a snowball right now.
And that's.
And what I'm wanting to do is just be able to, I don't want to be out there willy-nilly saying, hey, the board's gonna give us the money to build a putting green, and then when I come to ask, hey, I need this much money.
What you earn earmarked towards that putting green should go towards what you told the sponsorships it would go for,
Okay.
putting green, et cetera.
So,
But you've got that in as far as your budget anyway, so you're
Well, this
making
year-
the funding that actually is going towards a
Towards
certain
that.
project.
yes.
So that, I still don't think it takes.
Okay, so that's not, so I am
No, I
okay to
think
go
you're okay.
sell that, sell
Absolutely.
because that's what I'm basically doing, is being a salesman.
Right,
and
correct.
saying,
Marketing.
yes.
Marketing director.
And so what I want to be sure is I'm not stepping on the boards. I want to be sure that follow through on what I say I'm gonna do, or what I'm saying.
I mean, the hope is that we surpass
Yes,
what we need,
And
and the
this
rest can
year-
go right back into the budget.
Yes.
yes.
Well, Melinda, like what you were saying, asking the city to kind of like upfront X amount of dollars for the manpower to run the tournament, you know, that's already budgeted in his budget anyway. Because he has a figure he's trying to hit anyway with his part-time employees and his full-time help anyway.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean-
So you're saying, you're not saying with the missed opportunity
No,
of income, you're saying wages that are gonna be going out
Yeah.
for that day.
yeah,
I,
because you could do that, you know, you get sponsorships, but if you had a tournament out there every 2 weeks, we're still gonna have to supply the manpower,
to
the
do that.
expenses to put your tournament on. You still got all your wear and tear and everything else.
Mhm.
So that's what I was saying, if we're
Okay.
not, you know, if you've got it budget, that's fine, but it just, I don't know.
Mhm.
We're all having to pinch pennies, so I'm
Yes.
just watching out for everything.
The
Absolutely.
tournament's gonna make money that actually is going into your budget that you can spend.
Okay.
So if I was going and talking to businesses up front, I'd say, hey, X amount percentage of what this is going towards this project.
Mhm.
That's how I would sell it as far as for anybody that's looking for advertising stuff. Because they should be able to see, okay, wait a minute, if they're putting money into it, then that means the next tournament, or maybe even the next year's, this is gonna get even bigger, which is going to drive more people to spend the marketing, advertising dollars with you. Because it's about bang for the buck.
And that's exactly what I'm looking, that's what I'm wanting to build is,
And
I
like-
mean, everybody asks, hey, is the Dane Glass gonna come back? It's like, he had Walmart behind him, that, we'll never get that back. But I think that there's something that we can do that can bring back the pride and the ownership of the golf course to the city that it once had. From what I understand, I
Yeah.
wish I could have seen it in its heyday, but I never,
And this year, your project is the putting green.
the putting green.
So like if you're getting sponsorships, people who are donating toward this project, say you put a sign up there by that putting green, this business helped donate this on maybe like a gold level, silver level, bronze level. So then if they're from that business, they come to play golf,
They can see.
they can see that their money was well spent and went toward that project.
Yes. And that's the other thing that
Other
I'm
people are
working,
gonna see that
I'm still working
they're
with
sponsoring.
other businesses that, and just saying, will you donate specifically for this, not just be a sponsor for the tournament, but
Whole
we,
sponsorships
Yes,
are phenomenal, and that's an
exactly.
easy way that you can get, okay, I got X amount for budgeting because we've got this for the holes.
Mhm.
You know, your whole sponsorship can buy the sprayer and stuff that is needed,
yeah.
you know, type of thing, and that's putting towards the course, which is going to better. But you're on the right line, I just don't think you need our say to go through to
I just-
that's my.
Sure, that we're not gonna.
Yes, that is what I'm wanting, is just the assurance of saying,
Yep.
I'm gonna go out and do this.
If it's-
Are you okay if I say,
Yeah, it's the same as when we, because they're donating, sponsoring. When someone donates to our parks or et cetera, it has to go to that park.
Okay.
Can't be used
Okay.
for the streets.
that right there is, that's what I needed to hear, to keep going.
And commend you for
I
the work.
am sorry
Keep
that,
it going.
I'm sorry that I cut that close.
Yep.
I'm glad I got
We're
there.
moving a little faster tonight than you.
Yes, I saw that I was a little bit down on the list, I was like, I think I got
2 hours left.
Thank you for that.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, next bill 1361, whoops, sorry, 1362 for the pool fees.
All right, so Bill 1362, ordinance number 1734, an ordinance amending Chapter 26 Park Board of the City Code of Ordinances for the City of Mountain View, Missouri. Whereas the Board of Aldermen has determined there is a need to amend Chapter 26.071 municipal pool fees for the City Code of Ordinances for the City of Mountain View, Missouri. Be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen for the City of Mountain View, Missouri, the City Code of Ordinances is hereby amended as followed. Of Section 26.071, municipal pool fees and daily admission fees. So Deidre and I looked,
They need to have their motion.
Oh, yes,
first,
sorry.
and then-
I'll make a motion to accept the first reading and discuss bill number 1362, ordinance 1734.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
And discussion? You had a statement?
This is the most recent one that was passed before, so we didn't know, I mean, there's still time, so if you don't like, this is just what was there before, so there's still time to make changes and we can finalize it at
Oh,
the
these
next meeting.
prices
these
are
were the
old.
Price was the
Okay,
most
that's
recent
what I was
prices, yes.
Yeah, that was just the most recent one I could find in my system, so I just printed that back out to
Did
give
you
you guys
do
something to go
canvassing
on.
pools in our area?
I did not. I was going to do that and I didn't, I forgot, till you just now said something.
So you guys can just kind of use that as a base, and I think you said there's no rush on this one, right? So,
We've still got 2 more meetings, but it's just, it's in the book to discuss it in March, so.
Yeah.
It's like $6 and $7.
And I would assume that we probably need to also decide pool party costs. Those are not in there, but I assume that's something that also needs to be decided.
Yeah, I'd like to see what other towns around us charge,
And they may not have theirs yet,
yeah.
too, so I will check with 3 or 4 towns.
I don't wanna
Table it to the
overcharge,
next-
but I don't wanna undercharge us and,
Right.
you know.
I was gonna do that
Table
today.
to the next meeting.
Table to
Yeah.
the May meeting.
So we got a motion on the table at this time.
Did I get a table maybe?
Turn it down.
Table it to the May meeting.
Oh, I thought you said table
We
it
already had a
maybe.
motion before, we could turn this one down first.
yeah, you need
So we
to either decide to
Yes or
pass
no.
the first reading, make changes, and then come back on the second reading, or it can just die on this reading and bring the whole thing back up and start over with another first reading next month.
Okay,
I like
do we
that.
have roll call vote?
So we're voting no?
I thought you were gonna die.
That's, you're gonna.
You gotta vote.
Yeah, you have to vote
Just vote
no,
for it to die.
right, on the first reading, and then do a first reading
No.
again later.
No.
Nay,
Close. Does not pass. There we go. We didn't.
I still want to bring that back up.
Will, when that comes back up in a situation like that, because I've never had this happen,
Mhm.
so when it comes back up, does the number stay the same?
Should.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can,
just so I make note, okay.
yeah. You won't have anything else with those same numbers, so.
Council to discuss endowed funded CDs.
So I have that I just got. I was waiting for all these emails to come through. So when the CDs came to light, I had called to get information from the bank, and at that time, they were not allowed to give me any information because they had not been put into our name. So once the auditing firm was here, I sat down with them and talked to them, and then I got a phone call from Andrea from Community Betterment, and so she's been amazing, working together, helping me get information. She's been super. There are the 3 CDs, which is one I got because of Community Betterment getting that for us. It was brought to basically both of our attentions that the interest off of these CDs has been going into the Community Betterment's savings account. So we had no idea that that was happening. Andrea obviously didn't have any idea at the time that this was happening, so my minutes just stated that we were going to be moving the CDs over to the city's name, but what we neglected because it was kind of jumbled up mess at the time, I still needed minutes, which bank am I going to leave them at Simmons at the rate from Daria, or am I going to put them in West Plains at the rate that they gave me there? So I need that specifically in the minutes. I also need specifically in the minutes, who would be the signers, on those CDs. And then Andrea might know by now how much that amount is, but I'm not allowed to call her up here, so.
But simultaneously, what we're gonna do about the interest?
So you'll need to ask her how much that amount is, because I didn't hear back from her in time. And then that money, because they're endowed, that money cannot be in their savings account. It has to stay in the account that's going toward the community center upkeep, which is why it's called endowed. So it can't be in their savings account, so that money has to come back from their savings account and go with the CDs.
Shouldn't it go into the general fund and be earmarked?
Yes,
for-
so you guys have a choice according to the auditor. So you can say, and I don't know how much it is, I'm just gonna say something. Let's just say it's $1,000. You can take that money and put it back on the CD and make it grow a little faster, or, which is the way it is endowed, you can put it into a separate account and it's earmarked, and then that money is used to reinvest back into the upkeep of the accident center.
This way, there'd be money ready to do repairs immediately.
Correct.
And
But like I said, we didn't know this was happening in
the
the end
past
of the day,
interest,
so.
it's the past interest that built up, which is only meant to do repairs on that building.
But you'll have to ask Andrea what that amount is before you decide what to do with it.
Looking at the email and stuff here from both Darren and your note,
Yes.
is the one from West Plains, is that APY or is that the APR?
So, Tina had brought to our attention, there is also another place called MOSIP, and it is a place for municipalities to invest. So instead of it being a CD and it just being held at a bank, it's made for municipalities just for this thing, just for this type of a situation. So, West Plains Bank actually said, we will match MOSIP if you just bring the CDs here. And then I asked Simmons Bank to do a search to tell us what they could do, and so that's their rate.
So it's basically all the same.
Simmons is a little more. No, I'm sorry, West Plains Bank is a little more.
But it doesn't specify APY or not.
She just, they're both 12 months, but she did not say whether it's APY or not.
But that's what I'm saying. 4.67, but in reality, it's APY at 4.75.
Right,
West Plains is going to give you the bigger number as well, 4.74 APY.
right.
They're not going to give you the lower number. But since it's already at Simmons, it'd be easier just to leave that alone and then just take the interest and put it in our general fund and have it ready to help the center out.
And then we would just set up like a line, basically kind of restricted. And so as that money comes in, it would be put in as a separate line that's only used, obviously, for the upkeep of the building.
So do we need a resolution? Just
Just need a motion.
I just have to have minutes.
Yeah, it just needs to be in the minutes.
minutes to the fact.
I think you guys also probably need to decide, along with where you're moving the CDs, what you're gonna do with the amount that you're getting back right now. What do you want to keep happening with the interest from here on? Do you want that to also keep going over? Do you want any of that to build? Because right now there's nothing set in place saying how often to pull it or any of that. So you probably need to decide that too and just do it all at once.
We need, like, Andrea here to.
She's the one that knows the amount.
Yeah.
Community better.
Community betterment, yeah. This time it's Andrea McNew, Community Betterment Treasurer. Okay, many hats today. So this was kind of a surprise to us. I think whenever originally the CDs were found, it was read that the CD principal could actually be used for building maintenance. Upon a little further investigation, the principal's endowed, but the interest can be used for maintenance. So I received an email back from Melody Cooper at Simmons Bank yesterday saying that the information that was requested had been sent directly to the auditor. I don't have a copy of that, so I don't know. Okay, so I'm assuming they faxed it. I think she said she faxed it directly to the auditor. What I do have is information from 2012, whenever the community betterment originally sort of disbanded, unofficially disbanded, I guess, and everything was turned over to the city. At that time, the savings account had $5,700.63 in it. That was in September of 2012. Since that time, the only activity has been the interest from the 3 CDs going into that savings account. So the current balance that we just received from our, I guess it'd be our February 28th statement, the current balance in that savings account, $8,323.34. I did not do the math. I'm
So
rough,
roughly $3,100.
or 20, 26, 22, maybe?
Didn't you say 5,200?
We had
$5,700.
Oh, 57.
$5,700.63.
So $2,560.34.
There we go. So that amount, and this is sort of unofficial, this is just common sense math. I mean, like if we use everything from community betterment savings that has accrued since that September of 2012 bank statement, that would be the amount that we would give over to the city. And then however that needs to happen, whether it's like directly from the bank or a cashier's check. But that's all the information. I don't have a copy of whatever information
That's what
the
we
bank
need to
actually
know.
retrieved.
Is your savings account, does it draw interest too?
Oh, I'm certain, yes.
Okay, so it might be a little bit less, but the exact number and stuff.
Yeah.
See,
I think that would be so difficult to calculate. I mean, it would make more sense to me that,
Close.
just give it and go,
yes, I
clear
mean,
it out.
I personally could not calculate how much is, interest from the original and how much is interest from the additional deposits throughout the last 10
And
years.
there's no telling as of 2012 how much that past was
Yeah.
interest gain.
I mean,
So it's probably-
I don't see any
Yeah.
reason to differ over that at all. It would just be easier to say, this is what we had in September of 2012. Everything above that should go with the CD funds, so for the maintenance of the building. So,
Perfect. Thank you.
and we just have to have a meeting on the community betterment side to get that in the minutes, to give that to the bank. So,
That'll do it. Okay. I would recommend to do that, take the approximate 2,500, whatever that balance would be, and put it earmarked into our fund for that maintenance of that building. But that would be one way to go. But then we need to decide what's gonna be an accounting nightmare maybe, is if we keep taking the interest out, putting it into our fund, and earmarking it. Would that be easy enough for our accounting?
Yeah,
Then,
because all of the CDs and everything draws interest anyway, so that's a normal occurrence for us to do that transaction. So
Should
it's just gonna be a
yearly,
different line item.
then
It depends on how they set it up. Most of ours are put in quarterly.
Quarterly.
and these
So
three,
that'll build-
they're quarterly right now. You would probably change that if you're changing your terms, but right now, it has been.
The interest just dumps in ours
that
quarterly
interest will
regardless.
build accordingly, as
Once we get a bank statement, then we go in and just put that in.
Go into an earmarked line item for the maintenance.
It would
of
just
that
be
building.
a separate line.
If we could do that, or get a motion going like that, I think you'd be all set.
I like it going right into the building fund because
Yeah.
originally that's what those were set up for anyway, was to keep up the maintenance as far as for that. And that goes back 25, 28 years.
I think the original CD was 2003,
Yeah.
and then maybe one in 2005, something like that.
Because we do need air conditioners soon, so.
You want me to try it when we go slow, so that way? You ready?
Got this.
Okay. Make a motion that we accept back the interest from the CDs from 2012 to present.
Okay.
Place those funds in our general fund earmarked for community betterment, no, it's community center maintenance. How'd I do? Too fast?
I also need it recorded in minutes that they are going to stay at Blunt Bank and then the Three Signers. Please.
Keeping the CDs at Simmons Bank. Signatures is not my level.
So all of the CDs right now have myself, Sarah Chowning, and Kelly Potts.
Keeping
same as
keeping
the
the same,
checking account.
same three signatures as our checking accounts.
I'll second that.
Wait, there's one more part. There's one more part. Do we want to do all future interest going into that maintenance fee, or do you want to roll it into this? I'd rather it go to the building maintenance fee. Is everybody in agreement? All future interest go into general fund earmarked community center maintenance fund. And I think I hit all three parts.
Got it.
Yes.
Got a motion?
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Second, is there further discussion? That's got it all. I'm good. Okay, I agree. I think that's a good idea.
Aye.
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 Thank you, Andrea.
I think that's.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, another bill for, the purchasing policy. Bill number 1364. Let's see, you read that one. Page 678.
Okay. This is Bill 1364, ordinance number 1736, an ordinance amending the City Code of Ordinances for the City of Mountain View. Whereas the City of Mountain View, Missouri recently established an official purchasing policy in place for the City of Mountain View, Missouri. And whereas city officials have received suggestions from city auditors on ways to improve the official purchasing policy. And whereas the City Council has determined that it would be in the best interest of the city to implement said suggestions by amending the purchasing policy for the City of Mountain View, Missouri. Be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen for the City of Mountain View, Missouri, that Chapter 22 of the City Code of Ordinances be amended as follows. Chapter 21, City Organization, Section 21, Subchapter H, Purchasing Agent and Purchasing Policy, Purchasing Agent's Duties Generally, Requisitions, Estimates, and Bid Quotations, Conflict of Interest Officers and Employees not to deal with certain entities, Gifts and Rebates, Competitive Bidding Required, Formal Contract Procedure, Notice Defined, Bid Opening Procedure, Lowest Responsible Bidder, Bids Accepted, the Bids, Open Market Procedure, Authority for Purchases, Emergency Purchases, Cooperative Procurement, Procurement for Procurement of Architectural, Engineering, and Land Servicing Services. This is the first reading. Yeah, go ahead and let.
Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to accept bill number 1364, ordinance 1736 for discussion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
And we have discussion.
Would you like to discuss the only change?
Pardon?
Do you want me to point out the only change?
Yes.
So all the changes should just be in one place, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's section 21.870, authority for purchases. So the auditing firm for the city obviously looked through everything last week, and they're still, they just wanted it a little more black and white, just so there's, no room for discussion. So basically, it's just saying that the supervisor of a particular department in section A can purchase up to $1,000. Section B says that at a figure between $1,000 and $5,000 has to come to city council with 3 bids. And then if it's over $5,000, they have to receive sealed bids in front of council. And that's the only amendment to what you had before.
I do have a question on B. Why is it, do we have to come before council every time between 1 and 5,000 when the mayor can okay up to 5,000 anyway?
Is this just the supervisor, or is this the mayor's?
So we wouldn't have to come before council every time Ty or somebody wants to spend $1,200. We just go
This was just the
to
suggestion.
the mayor.
Yeah, that was just the suggestion. The
Purchasing
way,
policy.
yeah, the way that ours was set up before, you should be able to approve those unless it's one of those where you can approve your own expenses up to that, but the council wants to approve department heads' expenses beyond that. But
Now,
that's,
the only ones I'm approving is for the departments.
right. So,
So that kind of contradicts.
But they would need to still bring 3 bids.
Right, I agree with 3 bids.
Right, yeah.
But I don't agree that we have to come to the council every time they need $1,200 item.
Yeah, I think it would fit
We'd be swamped.
better with the
we
way that we
purchase
have
stuff
things set
monthly,
out
weekly.
to do that. To make the change to where they just deal with you on it.
And we'd be having to have emergency meetings. I mean, that's just, that, with the expense of the office supplies or anything, we couldn't do it. I think we need to amend B and just say approved by the mayor and with 3 bids. Do you have a problem with that?
No,
Do you guys have a problem with that?
No, and that was where I was looking for, was, because we just increased your limit to
Yeah,
5,000 before the beginning of the
You
year.
can't buy anything for,
Right, oh, no, yeah. You can't, a pipe.
so how do we amend that since we're already in our, we're in our second motion?
it's just the first reading, right?
It's a first
Yeah,
reading.
Okay, yeah, so I just marked down the change, how you want it to be. And then I don't know if are we doing the second reading tonight or the future?
No.
Okay, then you can just mark down the change as you want it, and then we can make the change before the second reading.
Okay, all in favor of the Bill 1364 as amended?
Aye.
And
Aye.
Aye.
That work?
And just to make sure on section B, we're just gonna take out the approved by the mayor instead of city council, right? That's what we're changing? Okay.
Got to streamline
Great.
stuff. Convene every time maybe we spend $1,100 on office supplies or something. All right. There you go, yeah, that'll do it. Okay, that's all we have except for closed session.
What about your pool manager?
That is, we didn't say that was moved to, we can't do that in open session.
it's hiring and firing.
We need to discuss that in the closed session. Instead of involving personal applications, development information. So I would entertain a motion to go into closed
No,
session.
Mayor's minutes, you got somebody with a hand back there.
I had a question.
Yes, sir.
About what you said about anything over $5,000 is closed bids,
Sealed bids.
sealed bids. So what does that mean?
So if you wanted to buy this car, you would get 3 different people, and then they would mail the bids in, and then they would come in, we would not open them, and they would be opened in front of everyone right here.
Gotcha, okay.
It lays out in the purchasing policy what it means and what the procedure is, so it's all in there.
And before we entertain a motion to go into closed session, I will give a chance if anyone has any other input from the audience. And before I do, I would like to add that, yes, we did have comments, my time, today, and we are working on everything that was brought up. And I appreciate, he left, but Mr. Gunther coming over, informing and reiterating that how bad our roads are, and we do have problems with them. We are working on it. We're taking things in priorities, if they're large potholes, et cetera, on our properties, we immediately attend to them. And then in some cases, we don't pave the road or bring it back up to brand new specs because we have a lot of sewer and water work to do in the city over the next few years. Then we'll slowly get to it and prioritize as it goes. But yes, we are attempting to keep up with everything going on in town, keep the roads good, et cetera. And as far as pool, we do have the pool going. We don't want to see that money go to waste. Everybody worked hard for that money at the ARPA, SCOCOG getting us that grant, et cetera. The previous administration working towards getting that grant, putting it together. We've got that pool going, and it's really coming along good. It's right almost ahead of schedule. It's on schedule, if not ahead, depending on the weather here on out. We should not have any problem being open by the end of May. And it's going to be a beautiful new pool. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
Can you give some updates on some of the other things that has been worked on, electric, some of the sewer and water changes and upgrades and things along that nature? And we just tackled a whole bunch of stuff with those in the infrastructure, so.
No, no. We've been keeping up with all of our problem areas and repairing as we go and making it better, of course. Attempting to be proactive, but this winter has been hard on us, so we've been reactive in most cases. But with the new alleyway going in, et cetera, that's in a proactive way. And we're gonna continue to do so.
Connecting the power line from one side of the grid to the other to boost up the voltage.
Did we finish that? I
Yeah,
don't think we
finished
have
that
that finished
yesterday.
yet. It's underway.
Because of weather, winter time, hard to
Weather
get across
permitting.
Hayfield in winter time with big trucks, so. I
We
think
did
they're-
work out a good deal with the landowners, and we do have right-of-ways established. And we're definitely gonna improve the voltage on the south and southwest end of town. So next summer, someone won't have brownouts over there.
Got a hole in front of the driveway.
So we are making really good progress. The entire town's come along. It's not visible right because it's a lot of behind the scenes and a lot of things that need to be fixed before you can fix the things that are seen. But it is coming along very, very well. Do you guys have any questions or comments? Yes?
I have a concern was brought to my attention. I live in Southern Hills and Webb Street. There isn't no posted speed limit sign, and I don't expect, and I don't think anybody in the subdivision expects police officers to be there all the time, but people fly down that street, and they're airborne. I mean, literally airborne when they fly over that one hill, and they land right in front of my daughter and son-in-law's house, and we have 2 grandkids that live there, and there's kids always up and down that street. So I didn't know if maybe there could be, maybe a sign that says kids playing or something on that street, because there's nothing, no speed limit or anything on that street.
Appreciate that. I'd like to ask the assistant police chief if he could comment on that. What could be done?
We patrol the best we can, and when we get calls of problem areas, we do more active patrol. Like today, we got in some calls about some vehicles that may have not been Mustangs causing some problems around the golf course, and we addressed that issue.
Well, I know if I called every time, and I don't, because I know you guys have more important things to do, I just thought maybe everybody could put their heads together and maybe we could come up with a solution that would be a win-win for everybody, because the kids' safety is the most important thing. And, somehow to...
They have other important things.
Well, I know my son-in-law said, what was really weird was when they dug the line up to put the new power across the road, they had a dip there. He said not one time did they speed down that street.
Yeah.
Because when they popped over that hill, there was a dip
It's
there.
definitely like a drag strip, because I can watch it from my porch.
So that was a solution he thought that he did.
Operations manager, you think we could trench some lines across there?
You sure could.
Slow them down.
And then the other thing I have to ask is how do you go about getting a speed bump put somewhere if you can help deter water from flooding somebody's home to make it go somewhere else?
Usually not speed bumps, they're usually really frowned upon by most residents. Probably because of what you're saying, they like to fly, I know. But maybe an addition of speed limit signs, and then for rerouting the water, usually a little dip, just a little dip, it works, not a
He
speed
knows
bump.
which one I'm talking about. Wilbanks's, the water floods their house, and we thought we could just deter it from going to their house into our pond, just to help them out to keep the flooding from happening for them every time it rains a lot. So that was just a question. If it costs too much, or if it would be something.
We'll pose that between the operations manager and the police department and see if we can
I
come
appreciate
up with
that.
a conclusion on that. Anybody else? Anybody else on the board? Anything to add for the good of the order?
We got anything coming up?
Fish fry's coming up.
There you go. I'm so glad somebody else said that. Friday.
24th.
24th, next Friday.
No, Friday is the St.
At the
Patrick's Day.
senior center?
The what?
St. Patrick's Day. They're doing,
At the senior center again, yes.
So, shoot, I should know this, but, yeah, when is St. John Vianney? I think, well, I should know.
yeah, they do it every year.
They're-
They do
Easter.
it.
The St. Patrick's Day is this Friday. They're gonna have a corned beef dinner at the St. John Vianney Church, probably around 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I was close. From
Spring
4
break
o'clock
is this
until they
week.
run out, and that's always good.
Do it.
Spring break is this week. Be on the lookout for little ones out running around the yard and
Yes.
roads and all that other good stuff. I get to remind you because they just bring them to me, so I got a captive audience then.
Okay,
I have a couple, just,
oh, yes,
so the egg hunt in town is April 4th with Mercy. I know the Chamber of Commerce is partnering with Mercy to help get that a little bit organized. So that's April 4th in the afternoon, I believe, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Also, the vendor fair and Saturday stroll that the Chamber is sponsoring, that is April 7th, 8th, so second Saturday in April. And then for the community betterment, we are organizing a downtown city cleanup day, or cleanup weekend really, and that is May 20th and 21st. And so we're looking to partner with businesses and residents that want to just help, just brighten things up, just do some trash pickup, some cleaning, and then I believe some painting of some poles that have been painted in the past. So just some things to have on your calendar if anybody wants to participate in those things.
You
They
might,
all make our city a
you
little better
might
place to
check
be.
with the youth groups at, some of the churches, because I know the Christian church, their kids love doing that stuff, so.
Kingdom Works, yes.
Yep.
And you said May 20th?
May
21st?
20th and 21st is the community betterment cleanup, downtown cleanup weekend.
where is the Easter egg hunt?
The Easter egg hunt is April 4th, and that's at the hospital. And they're not doing the drive-through event this year. They're opening it back up to like a traditional egg hunt. And I think it starts at 4, so it probably starts at 5, just because,
I remember when they used to drop it on a helicopter at the airport.
I don't know if they're doing that, but
That was cool.
Is Betterment still doing the pool cleanup?
yes, I'm sorry, that
May
is
6th.
May
6th and, 6th and 7th?
Okay, so that's like a Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, and then also the pool cleanup and painting, to kind of help get everything ready, so.
Very good.
Tickets went on sale.
Oh, yeah.
How are the sales coming for the?
Sold a couple of hundred already.
Concert tickets, 100?
Mhm. 2.
200
Mhm.
tickets, all right.
A little over, a little over.
Did you sell that to my wife?
She bought a few.
Yeah.
She bought a few.
Mhm.
If they're off to a good start.
Yeah,
there won't
yeah.
be any at the gate.
And there's a lot of chatter. I mean, I get questions a lot, so I think we're in good shape.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to go in full session.
I'll make a motion to move into closed session per RSMO 610.0213.
Second.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aye.
Aye.
Don't you see us playing? Thank you, everybody, for coming.